shout, and he's been given.
Oh, he was gone for all money.
Oh, he's got it, he's dropped him.
Hello and welcome to highlights of this, the first Benson Hedges World Series match between Sri Lanka and the West Indies. Very important match for both sides. The West Indies, well, they haven't been in good form, but they've picked a side here today that could do a very good job against Sri Lanka. Captain, of course, Richie Richardson. They've had a few problems. Carl Hooper there gives them some strength in the middle order, as does Jimmy Adams. And that bowling attack of Bishop, Ambrose and Walsh is a very, very good bowling attack indeed. For the Sri Lankans, well, they didn't perform too well against Australia in the Test match, but that side there, Arjuna Ranatunga, of course, captain. Tilakaratne comes off a wonderful century in Perth. Shaminda Vas, Wickramasinghe and Muli Duran provide a good bowling attack for them. Tony Greig was out in the middle and said it was going to be a good batting wicket, although there would be some moisture in it early on. And that's probably the reason when Ranatunga, the Sri Lankan captain, won the toss, he chose to send the West Indians into bat. We pick up play in the third over. It's no wicket for 3. Wickramasinghe is bowling to Phil Simmons, and your commentators, Bill Laurie and Tony Greig.
Beats him. Nice delivery, good line, a bit of movement away.
One pitching around about off stump, perhaps just outside, but swinging away nicely.
That's well struck. That's the first boundary of the series. 7 off the over. It's no wicket for 12. Minda Vas, the left-arm medium pace bowler, who I thought bowled pretty well in Perth. Should suit him here with the white ball, which will swing a bit. Well bowled. And it's good running. A late call. That was a good call. They're all on their heels. And that's good running.
Yes, and that was Phil Simmons looking for the single there. I think Sherwin Campbell was just dozing a little bit. He dropped the ball right at his toes. No one anywhere near it. Have a look at this. Down she goes. And look at Simmons out of the traps. He was halfway down the pitch before Campbell responded. Easy single.
Big appeal for LBW. He was looking to swing that away on the leg side. Darryl Harper not interested, but that one was pretty close.
Well, this one perhaps pitched on leg stump, fast, swinging into the right-hander. Simmons thinking it's a free hit.
And that's gone out of the circle, straight through the covers for 4. That's what we're talking about. Simmons looking to dominate the bowling. That's what he's got to do now. Wickramasinghe paying the price for over pitching outside off stump.
And Phil Simmons likes this. That one slid beautifully off the middle of the bat. And managed to cover dived to no avail. Phil Simmons hits the ball really hard.
As we have a bowling change from the Cathedral end, Sanka Gurusinghe. Big appeal for LBW. Look like going down the leg side. Also maybe a little high. Phil Simmons will be, in fact, a little disappointed he didn't put that away.
This came on to Phil Simmons quicker than he expected. Perhaps high, hitting the very top of the pad. Certainly going up, but worth a shout. Slowly going over the top of the pad, but certainly worth a shout.
That strikes Simmons once again. That's a painful blow. Gurusinghe giving the batsman a little bit of trouble here with his pace, and he hit Phil Simmons a very painful blow.
Well, again, the batsman, I think, fooled by the pace. Gurusinghe getting to him before he was ready.
Well, the Sri Lankans with Arjuna Ranatunga. Simmons goes over the top. He's going to be caught. Yes, he's gone. So Ranatunga has got the breakthrough for the Sri Lankans. Frustration coming into the game, and Phil Simmons holds out to cover off a pretty gentle medium pacer.
Highly intelligent bowling. Ranatunga, the captain, recognizing that the West Indies are a little bit behind on the run rate, brought himself on. Phil Simmons trying to get over the top, not to the pitch. The man at extra cover takes a very easy catch.
So West Indies lose their first wicket. It's 1 wicket for 40. The West Indian captain, Richie Richardson, has come out in the middle to join Campbell, who is on 13. And look for a quick single. That's good running. The left hand of Gurusinghe. So that brings Richie Richardson on strike. big appeal for LBW. That had to be very close and a shy at the stumps. So it was all going on in one delivery out there. Guru Singh can't believe it. Was given a leg bye, so we'll assume that there was no bat in there. Richie Richardson didn't look like he got very far forward. That must have been extremely close.
Yes, and Richardson has this way of coming across in front of the stumps. That hit just about the top of the roll. And I'm sure the bowler would have thought he's very unlucky not to have had that as out for LBW.
West Indies batting first this morning after having been sent in by the man who's bowling at the moment, Arjuna Ranatunga.
Come on.
That's the 50 up for the West Indies, but it is over number 19. And an edge there, just a faint edge. Richie Richardson doesn't even bother to look at the umpire. He just heads straight for the pavilion.
Well, nothing at the moment is going quite right for the West Indian captain. Everything is going along very well here this morning for Sri Lanka. Richardson's opposite number, Arjuna Ranatunga, has picked up a second wicket in his third over. It's a top edge. They just cramped him a little bit for room, and Kalavatharana has taken the catch. It's the top edge there, just slanted in a little bit towards Richie Richardson. Didn't look as though he was perfectly balanced there for the stroke. Wicket-keeper has the catch. A feather touch, but it's enough to have Richardson on his way back to the pavilion. Shivnarine Chandapal is the new batsman taking Richie Richardson's place. It's 2 for 50 here at the Adelaide Oval.
Campbell really struggling here. All of his runs have been scored in singles.
Come on. That's a neat stroke. It's a long chase for the substitute fielder. Chandler fielder. Oh, field that. Well, Dave Botmore reckons they've improved their fielding 100%, and that's a good example.
That ball was pretty well timed by Chandapal, and you see him opening up the blade, trying to place it into the gap. Very athletic.
Guru Singh has bowled very well here.
And on that occasion, Campbell has attempted to play the pull shot with disastrous results.
Which seems to be a matter of high humour. When a player is felled, blow to what is laughingly known as the groin.
Looks like he got that one, and whoops. That was a bad call, and he's gone, I would say. Yes, the umpire doesn't even call for the replay. bad call from his partner, Sherwin Campbell. He left Chandapal high and dry.
Well, it's only a moment or two ago we were saying that Campbell's running between the wickets has been indecisive this morning. And there's a good example of it. It was definitely a yes, and then a no, and then a very big sorry. That's a good performance from the Sri Lankans, 3 for 56.
Carl Hooper celebrating his 29th birthday today. And he'll need to celebrate it with a century. The way the West Indies are going, they're in deep trouble at 3 for 56. A lot of it caused by themselves. This was poor calling from Campbell. Called yes, got his partner going. Tilakaratne, the fieldsman there with a direct hit. The umpire didn't even bother to call for the replay. Should be a couple here. That's a good throw. Certainly made them hurry for the second. Fielding has been good. It's 3 for 59.
Yes, and just to give you some idea of how the Sri Lankans have bogged down the West Indies, that's the story so far. You can see in the early overs, just in there, very few runs were scored. This was a goodie, this one. And then it went flat for a little while. A few good overs there when Simmons started to get moving. But then the wickets started to fall. And once wickets fall, then of course, more often than not, the runs dry up. Straight to mid-off, this will be close, and he's just missed the stumps. Well, there we are, a shy at the stumps down at the non-striker's end, and that would have got rid of Hooper. Well, have another look at this one. Let's see how far he would have been out by.
Tell you what, they're fielding like demons out there this morning. Oh, he was out by a good foot.
It's well played. He's flicked that one over the top of the infield, and it's the short boundary down there. Oh, just a little sluggish down there. That's the first 4 in 15 overs. But just watching the fieldsman down at square leg, I don't think Dav Watmore will be that happy about this. And nor will Ranatunga. Just watch it.
It goes here. What I think has happened is that the fieldsmen have given this up. Look, just there. But they've got more of a chance of seeing from us up here. It is quite quick across the ground.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yes, yes, and a no, and he fell over, and there's a big appeal there, but I think he got home. Yes, I've got to say that Campbell has certainly looked to me as if he's been difficult to run with out there. Having said that, this may have been a bit risky in itself. He pushed, said yes straight away. Let's see how far he gets down the pitch. 1, 2, 3. Now he gets the message, almost halfway. A bit of a skid there. At that stage, he looked gone. And, well, if he had hit the stumps, he would have gone. So 2 close calls for Hooper in almost 2 minutes. That's well played. That's exactly what he has to do. Straight down the ground, a lovely straight drive. And it's running away down towards the fence. Won't quite make it. They may look for 4. Hooper's ready, but I don't think Campbell is. Well, that's not very good running. Campbell, I think, has lost in fact, his laces have come loose or something, but they should have run 4 there.
Inexperienced at batting at the Adelaide Oval here, Sherwin Campbell. He just doesn't realise what a big ground this is. I've seen 5s run at this ground. Carl Hooper was going to make that comfortably. He's played here before.
So there it is. They're starting to put together a few useful overs now. Thanks really to Hooper and some spirited running between the wickets.
Come on.
Roshan Mahanama.
West Indies, after being sent in, 3 for 98. The off spinner continues, right arm off over the wicket.
Come on.
It's nicely chipped to long on. Brings up the 100 for 3. Just out, what a catch! He hung in the air. Tilakaratne takes the gem, and that is a classic. that's the story of Carl Hooper's cricketing life.
Tremendous catch here to dismiss Carl Hooper. On his way back, perhaps might have thought he had not done anything wrong, just chipping it over mid-wicket. Not to the pitch, but going through with a shot anyway. And look at that. A high leap to the right. Karatna taking a tremendously exciting catch.
It was beautifully judged because just looped away. And catches win matches. Hooper's out for 22. It's now 4 for 101. Welcome back. A buzz around the Adelaide Oval as Jimmy Adams makes his way to the centre. Superb bit of film by Karatna there at mid-wicket to get rid of the dangerous Adams. Superb catch this. Carl Hooper chipping it away and up he goes. Look at that. Beautifully judged. Just the one hand. Caught it as clean as a whistle.
I think Carl Hooper here doing what he does best, trying to hit over the top. Didn't get to the pitch, and look at that full length stretch. Perfect. Catches do win matches.
Left and right handed combination at the crease now. Gets off the mark with a nice stroke. It's coming back for the second. That's good running. And sweeps in the air safely. The problem seems to be with the West Indian batsmen with the ball not coming on, not hitting through the line, which is their normal pattern. We think of Gordon Greenidge and Desmond Haynes. They like to smack the fast bowlers on both sides of the wicket, but because they're slow and the medium bowlers in operation here, they're having a bit of trouble with their timing. Now too long off, they should get 2.
Run rate 2.97, 2.96. You would expect at this stage of the innings, after 38 overs, it'll be well over that.
Got hold of that. There's a man out there defending, but he won't get it. That's 4. That's only the 4th for the innings. 4th 119. The pressure mounting with each delivery now for the West Indian batsmen. They've got 6 wickets in hand, but the overs are ticking by. This is the 40th over.
Yes, and I would have thought that Sherwin Campbell, being the batsman who's been in from the start of the innings, he is the one who's going to have to take things in his own hands. Jimmy Adams still looking around to get himself.
Big shout. That's going to be close. He's got him. That's good bowling. Hitting it across the line to the onside. Sherwin Campbell always on. He's been strong on the offside, and that's a vital breakthrough by Sri Lanka.
Well, the bowler started appealing here even before the ball hit the pad, because I'm sure he knew it would hit the stump if he missed. Playing completely across the ball is Sherwin Campbell, and that would have hit middle stump.
So it's now 5 for 122. Roger Harper, the new batsman in. That was the end of the over. It's 5 for 122.
Sri Lanka doing very well. West Indies with an edge of panic about everything they're doing. That looked as though it's as plumb as anything you'd find. It's a credit to the Sri Lankans that they've managed to keep them down to that. For that, read 6 for 122. That's not just an edge of panic, but an edge of chaos as well out there.
Yes, well, Jimmy Adams looked like a man horribly out of form right throughout that innings. He played so well in India on the spinning wickets, spinning pitches there, but he's really had trouble with the two spinners, Muralidharan and Dharamasena, and those two combined to get rid of Jimmy Adams. Muralidharan taking the catch on that occasion. It's 6 for 122.
New batsman coming out, Courtney Brown, who's the wicketkeeper in this West Indian side. He can bat. He bats much higher in the order for Barbados. Quite a talented cricketer, but he's coming in a very, very tough situation. 6 for 122. And West Indies not only getting out, but looking as though they're unsure of how to avoid it.
With the fall of Jimmy Adams, it gives the West Indies the worst possible situation when you're in trouble. 6 for 122, so they need to get a move on. We're in the 41st over, but they've got two new batsmen there, both Harper and Brown, yet to get off the mark.
This is a very good batting pitch out there, but the off spinner is getting a lot of turn. That's what's happened to the West Indies. The blue dots are the wickets that have fallen. 2 lots of 3. 3 wickets fell quickly, and about in the period up to 22 overs. And then another 3 fell very quickly. 6 for 125 they are at the moment. Oh, now that's not good cricket. That's something they'll need to address. Dav Watmore and the skipper Arjuna Ranatunga. The bowler in front of his stumps and taking the throw rather than behind for a start. It blocks out the thrower from getting a good side of the stumps. They get 2 for that, and for one moment it looked as though there was the possibility of a run out.
Very well run, Courtney Brown. He realised the throw was going to the other end, and therefore he didn't run through too hard. Once he got to the keeper's end, you see him there, only just gone past the crease, and he was able to get back for a second. Sri Lankans doing a good job all around. They're getting through their overs very quickly. It's been an excellent performance. They've been good in the field. The skipper has had a real day on. He, right from the moment he won the toss, made the right decision. His bowling changes have been good, including having a trundle himself. Ranatunga taking 2 for 24 from 10 overs. So the Sri Lankan skipper has taken all the points so far here at the Adelaide Oval.
Oh, would you believe it? Ask you. 7 for 136, and that is one of the more ridiculous things you'll ever see.
It's played straight to the fieldsman, and there was a bit of a response there from Roger Harper. He did say no as well, but it was far too late, and Courtney Brown didn't even try and get back. It's 7 for 136.
New batsman Ian Bishop comes out now to replace Courtney Brown. 7 for 136. The Sri Lankans have had a hand in it, but certainly West Indies have had a hand in it as well.
Yes, the batsman didn't even bother in the end. There was a response from Roger Harper. You see there that Harper started to come, but by the time he sent Courtney Brown back, it was all over.
Harper's 10, Bishop 1, 7 for 139, and that's after 46 overs. 50 over side match, so not much room for manoeuvre for the West Indians.
Very athletic, having just finished his spell of bowling. Muralidharan with 2 for 35 from 10, and he's really thrown himself around in the field.
Chaminda Bus is the new bowler. He's going to come on from the Cathedral end. That's a good shot. Very much needed. Roger Harper just getting into the swing of things. 7 for 148. This is over number 49, and Harper and Bishop will be looking now to play as many strokes as they can. Just this in the 50th over coming up. Darabasino is the bowler, and his instructions will be to keep the ball right up to the bat. He's even in the slower one, and the batsman's got away with it. Roger Harper has got a top edge past the keeper and past, well, it's a non-existent slip.
Roger Harper was looking to go over the extra cover region with that one. Just got enough bat on it to get it past the right elbow of the keeper. .49 overs have been bowled very quickly by the Sri Lankans.
Jayasuriya. Oh, well caught. That's very well done. Harper has gone. That's good cricket again from Jayasuriya. Look at the last fraction of a second, so it might have got away with him, away from him, but he clung onto it.
Once again, the full toss has struck. Roger Harper didn't quite get that one in the middle of the bat. Jayasuriya, a well-judged catch. And a long way to come around. Looks as though Harper may have just got that down near the bottom of the bat.
8 for 160. Curtly Ambrose is the man, the non-striker. He doesn't have very much to do because that's the last ball of the 50th over. 8 for 160, so 161 needed by Sri Lanka. Asking rate 3.22.
What a performance by the Sri Lankans. They really did stick to their guns this morning. Ranatunga did a good job in the field, marshalled his troops well, and the bowlers bowled to their field and did a wonderful job for them. For the West Indies, a batting display there that they'll want to forget. Campbell, 47 from 102 balls. He took a long time and really got his side into a hole. Carl Hooper started well, got 23 from 49, but really in the end, when he went, so did the hopes of the West Indies. Roger Harper, 23 from 29 balls. For the Sri Lankans, a wonderful bowling performance from them. And Vikramasinghe there, no wicket for 22 off 7. He set the scene. He got the ball to move early. Ranatunga and Murali Dhiran did all the damage. 2 wickets each. The West Indies really had some problems with the medium pace and the spin of the Sri Lankans, and they kept them to just 160. So 161 required by the Sri Lankans to win this game. They should do it. It's going to take a very big effort from this West Indian pace attack to make sure they don't.
2 slips, a gully and a cover, and in comes Curtly Ambrose. And he's got one! First ball! Panama out. A great start for the West Indies. Sri Lanka, 1 for none. And good afternoon, Greg Ritchie.
Well, good afternoon, Bill. It was always going to be breathing fire. The West Indies had to come out and try and bowl Sri Lanka out. And what better way to start with a wicket off your first ball, edge straight to second slip. There was a little bobble and the big man, Curtly Ambrose, gets the breakthrough. That's what the West Indies need. There's 9 more they've got to take. Sri Lanka, not a good start. He's off with Daddles the Duck. Away he goes, 1 for none.
Sherwin Campbell there at second slip. He's hard to be still pounding because that ball went in and out a couple of times, but he grabbed it in the end, and
That's one leg.
Curtly Ambrose is struck with the first delivery of this innings. Sri Lanka 1 for none, the target 161 to win. And there it is, it's a clear view. He moves quickly to his right. Oops, oops, oops. Got him. Singha, the left-hander, fighter. First runs on the board. Should get 2. Comes back. Wild throw, and the backing up's not good either. But you can see that the West Indians are pumped up with that early breakthrough. And that's what they needed. Need to put enormous pressure on the top order of Sri Lanka in this small run chase. Fingers down the seam for Ambrose. Nice high arm action. As Rio going to get off the mark. He's got a chance if he hits them. No, he's safely home. Good running. Roger Harper coming in quickly, but the batsman had him covered.
Well, Roger Harper, I tell you what, you've got to be fast to be able to beat that man in the field. He is a wonderful fieldsman, beautifully balanced as he does his work in the field, very quick. Guru Singha here, Jayasarina, equal to the task. He was home very comfortably.
It's Walsh. In the air, good shot. Good pull shot. Just a fraction short, and Guru Singha onto it very quickly. And one leg and swatted it away.
Just as if he was going to say, I'm going to dismiss this from my presence. Just short of a length. He's very strong on anything on the leg side. You just see him there, just rocks up onto one leg. Great balance and great position of the head. And he caught it right in the middle of the bat. There's a man down at fine leg, but he gets this square. Just have a look there. Very little movement of the body. Just gets himself in a good position. Watches it right onto the ball, right onto the bat, and 4 runs.
Curtly Ambrose from the city end. Jayasaraya on strike. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. That's what we were saying before. If you can get that line going, get the ball to hit the seam and move across the left-hander, it's very difficult to score at this pace.
Perfect example of good line and length bowling to the left-hander. Beat him with pace, beat him with movement off the pitch.
Oh, that took off. A rip snore to that one. Really was a beautiful delivery.
Tony Greig mentioned in his pitch report this morning there were a few areas out there that were quite moist. When they start to dry out, that's what happens.
And that's cleared mid-off. Ian Bishop in that position.
Probably one of the few times that the Ambrose would have bowled the ball that the batsman could actually hit over mid-off on the front foot. Very stingy bowler as Ambrose been. He's going to be very upset at that. Excellent shot there by the left-hander.
Once again, clearing mid-off. And Bishop is having to chase. This won't thrill Curtly Ambrose at all. And Ian Bishop now being called into the attack to replace Courtney Walsh. That's at the Cathedral end. And he's got him. Another first ball victim. It was Curtly Ambrose got one first ball of the innings, and now Ian Bishop, first ball of his spell, has claimed Guru Singha.
And having just bowled somebody for the first ball, there's Guru Singha perhaps hitting it with the inside edge, putting it down to the pad, just clipping the off stump, and Bishop strikes without even being warm.
It's 2 for 24. Aravinda De Silva is the number 4 for Sri Lanka, coming in following the dismissal of Guru Singha, who was bowled. Playing the ball on from Ian Bishop, first ball that Bishop bowled in the innings.
Yes, being Bishop not really stretching out here, just short of a good length, coming back into the left hand as he normally bowls, hits the inside edge, the pad, the stump.
Aravinda De Silva off the mark. Certainly keen on lofting the ball over the infield, Jayasaraya. In the 14th over, so still only 2 fieldsmen out of the circle. So that's the situation for Sri Lanka. The current run rate 2.78, so they're not letting it fall behind too much. 3.38 is the required rate. It started out at 3.2. Once again, no ball, and to make it even worse, it's a no ball down the leg side, which has gone for 4.
This adds insult to injury. Not only did Ian Bishop overstep on a no ball, but it was a leg stump. The Silva just helping it on its way backward square leg 4.
Phil Simmons now replacing Curtly Ambrose.
That's very good.
There he goes again. He's fit. If he does that every time they hit a 4, he's going to be a lot fitter. But have a look at this shot. Pitched around about leg stump, beautifully played away. And on this ground, if you hit them in that direction, more often than not you get 4, and quite often 6.
Down. Oh dear. Good try, but Simmons might have thought there for a moment that Ian Bishop was going to get in there and take it. Just stepped off a fraction slowly, might not have picked it up in the background.
Yes, he comes in here. That's the point. He's just a little slow. It actually got to him, but his hands or his fingers were right on the grass. Here he comes now. He's got to go down a long way, and he was wrong-footed a bit there. You could see how his knees went in and ended up doing a forward somersault.
Two for 54 Sri Lanka. 161 is their target. Jayasuri has made 28. Aravinda de Silva 8. That's out. No problem. Caught away down at third man, and that's an indication of the bounce there is in this pitch. And Ian Bishop looks all right now, but when the ball was coming towards him, looked a little bit shaky.
Yes, here we go again, right off the middle of the bat, that one, the open face there resulting in going up, and well, he made the catch, but it wasn't textbook stuff. His hands really pointing upwards, and the ball was pretty close to the ground, his fingers pointing upwards, and all that really matters, I suppose, is that he caught it at the end of the day. So Sanat Jayasuri, 28 or 58 balls, it's 3 for 54. So Arjuna Ranatunga, the Sri Lankan captain, is the new batsman.
He's going to face Roger Harper. Aravinda de Silva has made 8. And the umpire has called for the replay, and that, I suspect, will be because it was difficult for Arjuna Ranatunga to slide his bat. He was turning and didn't quite have his balance as the throw was coming in.
Listen, he's not bothered at all. He's not looking up at the light or anything like that, so he's pretty confident that there's no problem here. Let's have another look. There we go. In it comes. He's going to drag it down. I'll tell you what. Well, he's in. Yes, he's home all right.
Classic. Absolute classic from Arjuna Ranatunga.
Yes, you won't see many better cover drives than this one. He's a very aggressive player. And that one stays hit. On the outside off stump, he blitzed it through the offside field.
Campbell is the fielder. He's done well. Trouble. Well, now, real problems there. He's dropped his bat, and even if he hadn't dropped it, he was going to be struggling. Never go on a misfield. Campbell missed through that, threw it way over to one of the infielders, who has turned and got it back to Roger Harper, and it looks at this stage as though he's gone for all money. Well, it's a whisker, isn't it?
Well, it's just too close to call.
De Silva at the wicket. Over the top of slips. That'll run away. That's going to be a long chase for Ian Bishop down at third man. He gets it. He's got a pretty strong arm. They'll come back for 3. That's gone over the top of mid-wicket. It's going to be 4 runs. Anything short, De Silva's going to take full toll up. He plays the pull shot beautifully. Goes over the top this time. That's a good shot. It's going to stop short of the boundary. That's, the outfield's a little soft down there. Not before they complete 3. So Ranatunga really coming out and being aggressive towards the bowling of Roger Harper. It's very good batting. Curtly Ambrose being reintroduced from the river end. That's a beautiful shot off the back foot through the covers, and that'll go all the way to the boundary. And that just underlines the class of this man, De Silva. He's a beautiful hitter of the ball, either off the front or the back foot. It's a pat on his head from his captain there. 4 more to the Sri Lankans. Well, the gap's starting to widen now between the comparison between the two sides. Sri Lanka 3 for 95, the same time West Indies 3 for 61. He gets runs there, a single out to mid-wicket. That brings up the 100 for the Sri Lankans. 5 runs coming from the over. It's now 3 for 100. That's over the top, and it's going to beat Ambrose out at point. That's a very, very good shot from Ranatunga. Beats the infield, and that 4 brings up the 50 partnership, a very valuable one for Sri Lanka. The captain and the vice-captain doing a great job.
This is a specialty of Arjuna Ranatunga's. He likes to open the blade, and on that occasion, he really opens his shoulders as well.
That's down to Campbell, and he's got him. Ranatunga caught playing that shot over the top of the slips, hits it straight down the throat of Sherwin Campbell, and that's the breakthrough the West Indies required.
Well, the practice shot was correct. Ranatunga, as he walked off, was hitting the ball into the ground, but he does tend to open the blade and try and hit it over the top, although I don't think he was on that occasion. I think he top-edged it with the blade open a little. Sherwin Campbell takes the catch, and the 4th Sri Lankan wicket is down for 113.
Hashan Tilakaratne is the new batsman for Sri Lanka. Comes out into the middle.
Sri Lanka have this match in control. See the run rate comparison, the 4 wickets, the blue dots there, so the gap is quite wide there, considering this is the 30th over been bowled. Assignment for Sri Lanka.
Oh, he's got him. Yes, he's caught behind. Big nick on that one, trying to force it away on the offside. The Silva is out for 46 off 60 balls. That's a very important wicket to the West Indies. It may be just a little bit late, but they needed it.
They certainly did, and they're back in with a chance. It's 5 for 130 now. This looked like the top spinner, as it was, and a bit of bounce as well. That's nicely taken by Courtney Brown, who I think is a pretty good keeper. So he came into the side in the England tour and has done very well. 5 for 130.
Ramesh Kalawitharana, just 26 years of age, also a good strike rate. He's right up there, 85.6, but the average not that suave, 11.8. So what he's going to have to do is keep his wicket intact, because the rest will just happen. This is Wise out there.
Good top spinner. If anything, it might have gone away just a fraction towards the offside. So the off spinners sometimes do when they undercut the ball. Aravinda de Silva has played that stroke in perfect safety.
Yeah.
Ramesh Kalawitharana going for the cut shot there, almost the identical ball, almost the identical shot. The difference, just a bit more bat on it.
He's not going to hold back, Kalawitharana. He's a real stroke player. That was, again, a ball that bounced above bail height. 5 for 131. They need another 30 runs. 161 is the target. Kalawitharana is on 1, Tilakaratne 5. And Ian Bishop is the bowler. Wearing a helmet. Yep.
Well, it looked as if it hit him square on the back, and Bishop having a bit of fun with him. I don't think he appreciated it too much. Well, why would he? Have another look at it here. There goes the throw. A little bit of a whip in it there, and whack. So I don't think it was totally on the crash. It might just have been on the edge of it. Anyhow, he seems okay. So we've got a couple of new Sri Lankan batsmen out there. Kalawitharana on 2 and Tilakaratne on 9. Obviously they're not in any hurry at all. What they're concentrating on at the moment is not losing a wicket. They've got to score 160 and they're 5 down for 138. It looks as if Walsh is going to take over from Bishop.
Great shot. A little bit slow in the outfield there. Lots of underarm flickers in the West Indies side.
So the Sri Lankans closing in on this victory. Played very confidently today. You had the feeling, even at the toss, that Arjuna Ranatunga felt confident about winning this match. Obviously learnt a lot about the West Indies playing against them in Sharjah. That's a good shot. Tilakaratne, the century maker in Perth.
That's the situation now. 58 balls remaining, just 10 runs required and 5 wickets in hand. So there's been a very professional job by the Sri Lankans today, and the coach Davenor Watmore will be extremely happy with them, as will their captain.
But this will be the first victory for them in Australia if they complete it over the West Indies. Keeper Courtney Brown very quick to get the glove off there, and he's gone very close to hitting the ball. That's amazing that he's thrown it in front of him. And an edge has been taken. He's caught that all right after very nearly conceding 5 runs.
Well, Kalu Vitarana here was there to hit. Just tried to hit it a little hard, got it the finest of edge, and Courtney Brown did the rest. So another wicket for Ian Bishop. And it's all very much elementary at the moment. Sri Lanka are well on their way to victory, 6 for 152.
Dharamasena is the new batsman. They're now within 9 runs of victory, and you would think they'd get over the line from here.
Do a lot off the wicket, this particular delivery. It was quite quick, hit the seam. Kalu Vitarana just not quite getting the head far enough across in line. Succeeded in getting the faintest of edges. Courtney Brown did the rest behind the stumps.
Bowler's end has got to be a chance. It was a big chance if the throw had been in the same district. As it is now, with Courtney Walsh not being able to get the foot out, there's some bonuses. That was very poor cricket from the West Indies. Well, Sri Lanka looking for an upset win here. They may not consider it's an upset, but I'm sure that Australian fans would think it's an upset. It's quite a surprise that they're not bowling Curtly Ambrose. It would appear that the West Indies are basically conceding victory here. And Sri Lanka home. 30 balls to spare, and with 4 wickets in hand. So Tilakaratne, the man who got a century in the Test match in Perth, hitting the winning run.
So there it is, Sri Lanka, pretty comfortable victors over the West Indies here today. 6 for 161 they were. The final card there, Jaya Surya, 28. Played it pretty well, so did De Silva. He scored 46. Still yet to get a 50 here in Australia in the international competition. Ranatunga played very, very well indeed, 27, and steered them through. For the West Indies, not a lot of joy in the bowling department. Their fast bowlers really didn't have a big enough target to aim at. Bishop, the pick of the bowlers there, 3 for 38 of his 10 overs. Walsh, 1 for 23. Ambrose only bowled 7 overs, 1 for 29. So a very comfortable victory for the Sri Lankans. Arjuna Ranatunga, the man of the match, and very deservedly so. He picked up 2 wickets and played a very valuable innings. Did a great job for his side out there as captain as well. So we've got some more cricket coming your way on Sunday here from the Adelaide Oval. It's going to be a great match, Australia versus the West Indies. They're talking about a sellout crowd there. Play commences at 10 a.m. Check your local guides. Promises to be a great match on Sunday. But until then, on behalf of the wide world of sports team,